Time to get our science on.
Hi, I'm Shay, and this is my lovely assistant. I don't want to fail.
Woo!
What is it? Cranial superior rostral. These terms refer to a structure being closer to the head or higher than another structure of the body. These terms are not used with respect to the limbs, meaning it's mainly the head, the scalp. Nothing, not these. These. Superficial. The term superficial is synonymous with external. The term deep with internal. We're doing deep too. Related to the reference point on the chest wall, a structure closer to the surface of the body is superficial, but a structure that is further away from the surface is deep. Therefore, this, her epidermis, her skin, would be superficial because it is closer to the surface, even though this is the surface. But then her bone would be deep because it's deep within her.
You should really see how.
Inferior / claudial. Caudal. These terms refer to a structure being closer to the feet or the lower part of the body than another structure in the body. These terms are not used with respect to the limbs. Wait. These
You read it all?
It's closer to the feet, but it's not a limb. So this area right here would be inferior because it's the lower part of the body, but it's not an extension. What are these things called? Legs? No. Medial. This term refers to a structure that is closer to the median plane than another structure in the body. Medial is not synonymous with median. So, when I did my research and scientific calculations, I discovered that this area is through the sternum and the thorax, which I think is this area, this whole region of the Netherlands. Lateral. This term refers to a structure that is further away from the median plane than another structure in the body, which means it is further away from the center of the body. So this part, if you put this on a test, you'd be wrong. So the example we decided to choose, I don't know if it would be the knee, because it's not near the center. Okay. Employed only with reference to the limbs. This term refers to a structure being closer to the median plane or root of the limb than another structure in the limb. The example we decided to choose was the shoulder. Because it's not exactly the limb, but it's closer, and it's also closer to the center, so it's kind of got a good boundary. Distal. Employed only with reference to the limbs. This term refers to a structure being further away from the median plane or the root of the limb than another structure in the limb. An example of this would be the hand. I'm sorry. Because it's further away from the middle, but it's a part of the hand. Not hand. Arm.
Can you even see our cool science?
Anterior or ventral. These terms refer to a structure being more in front than another structure in the body. The term anterior is preferred. It's in the frontal region. Our example would be the tummy, because obviously it's in the front. Posterior or dorsal. These terms refer to a structure being more in back than another structure in the body. The term posterior is preferred. Unless you're not using your scientific terms, I like to call it in the area of your butt. Booty, booty, booty. Intermission!
10 sections. Median.
Median. The median plane is the midline longitudinal plane dividing the head and torso into right and left halves. The presence of the sectioned midline of the vertebral column and spinal cord is the characteristic of this plane. The median plane is the middle sagittal, mid-sagittal plane. So to show this demonstration, I'm going to cut my friend down the middle to show where the plane is. And so forth.
What's sagittal?
Sagittal. The sagittal plane is a longitudinal plane dividing the head and the torso into left and right parts, not halves. It is parallel to the median, not medial plane. So, oh no, so I do cut you this way.
No, it's parallel, it goes up and down.
But it's still going down. Down.
Oh, okay. You're right. I know.
And
Did you draw my front?
no, did I? I don't know. And now she is cut. And then so forth on the coronal frontal. The coronal or frontal plane is a longitudinal plane dividing the body, head, torso, and limbs, or its parts, into front and back halves or parts. Meaning, she will be cut, sliced this way, not halved this way. So she would be
Oh, ow. We got marker in my
Slice.
ear.
this way.
For extra credit.
Transverse cross. The transverse plane divides the body into upper and lower halves or parts, cross sections. It is perpendicular to the longitudinal planes. The transverse planes may be horizontal planes of the upright body. Transverse planes are called axial or transaxial sections sliced by radiologists. So this confused me, so I had to Google it. And you get cut right here. Oblique. Any plane other than all the other planes from before. So an example would be to cut the ankle, the shin, this general area. How to do this with a dog. Quadruped. Quadruped. The quadruped presents 4 points of direction. Head, cranial. Oh my god. Tail and, caudal. Belly side. Ventral. Backside. Dorsal. In the ventral side is also anterior. The dorsal side is also posterior. The cranial end is also superior, and the caudal end is interior. Very similar of that, like a human's. The end! Bye! No more science!
No more science.
Bye!